If you want to know the absolute best unlimited gold bars and money farming methods, you are in the right place. With more than 100 hours of experience, I will be giving you 3 of the best methods currently that will make you the wealthiest man in Pywell. The Tashkalp gambling duo is one of the best and quickest way to earn silver coins in the game. This method will allow the user to earn a huge amount of money without the chance of losing a silver coin by taking advantage of the save scamming method. So you can manipulate the results of winnings and concentrate on gaining a serious amount of cash without even learning the mechanics of the minigame, and that is insane. Tashkalp is one of the endgame locations northeast of Hernan, so expect a long journey all the way to the Crimson Desert if you will try this method in the early game. Find the gambling den by using the big golden statue of Tashkalp, and we need to be located behind the statue. From this current location, head to your right, access the lower part of the area, and then turn to your left, where the gambling den is located, and prepare for the actual method. The actual method is pretty simple. Before playing the minigame, save your game first. Then sit with your opponents here and start earning money. Every time you get your turn, you will always select an option of going all in. Then you will wait for your opponent's decisions on whether they will go all in as well. The best case scenario is that you will want to make your opponents go all in as well, and you have the best cards afterwards and win the match. And if you win, simply save your game and fast travel back to the nearest Abyss Nexus in the area so you can reset the number of opponents and their money as well. If you lost a huge amount of money after going all in, just load your save and try again. By taking advantage of this simple trick, you will be winning as many as 600 silver coins per run. So that's double the amount you pay to participate in the session. To give you an example of how effective this method is, here's my highest record of winning so far. First win gave me 612 silver coins, 600 on the second win, 613 for the third one, and 612 for the fourth one, and 619 for the last one. And I got a whopping 1,500 plus silver coins in just 10 to 15 minutes. Another viable option is accusing your opponents of cheating and catching them red-handed. If this happens, their money will go directly to you during one-on-one matches. But hey Samurai, how will I know if these weirdos are cheating? Well, the answer is pretty simple. If an opponent is shuffling the sticks, notice the position of their elbows. If the elbow is in a raised position when drawing the sticks, your opponent is playing fair. If their elbows are lowered when drawing the sticks, they are cheating 100%. So when this happens, you need to accuse them quickly, as the window of opportunity for accusations is limited. Here's a side-by-side comparison of the positions of the elbow so you can see it clearly. So now you know, make sure to pay attention to your opponents and accuse them when they are cheating, and their money will be yours right off the bat. And if you are getting value so far, subscribe to the channel. Liking the video and engaging in the comments helps me more than you can imagine. Or consider supporting us on Patreon or by becoming a channel member today, and I appreciate your support. The Golden Apple method is one of the latest farming methods to farm a ton of gold bars in the game. And yes, you heard that right, these golden apples can be used to craft golden bars via synthesis like a walk in the park. The golden apples can be obtained like candies from golden apple hedgehogs that spawns in a lot of locations. Not to mention, these cuties are so rare that I had never found one in my entire playthrough before making this guide. However, there's a specific location where they spawn at a very high chance in the current version of the game, and this is where the gray rock ducks come in and will be the key location of this farming method. Find the gray rock ducks just southwest of the town of Demenis or northeast of Hernan. Make sure to activate the Abyss Nexus being shown on the screen right now so you can access the place anytime you like. The gray rock ducks are being controlled by the wolf trackers, so prepare to liberate this camp first before we can start the actual method. After liberating the area, head to the center of the dock, and your starting point is the house that you are seeing on the screen right now, with a bonfire located near it. Pay attention to this as I will show you a godly run where this run will give me 3 golden apples in a 5-minute run. The actual method is also a walk in the park. But before I show you the 3 golden apples godly run, you need to understand how the inner working goes of this trick. From the house where I asked you to start, run past the house and walk slowly as you approach the saddle behind our key house. Walk slowly and position yourself near the saddle as much as you can and wait for at least 3 seconds. This will give the area an ample amount of time to load the animals, which will spawn exactly around where the saddle is. In this case, it respawns a black rat, although it is hard to see. And of course, we don't want the black rat since we are waiting for the golden apple hedgehog to appear. So for me to respawn the animals in this area, I will walk slowly and check my vicinity and run towards the house we started from. Enter the house and wait for the door to close completely. Closing the door completely will reset the outside area as if you entered a time machine. And then, repeat the same process by getting outside the house and returning to the saddle area. When nearing the saddle area, make sure to walk slowly and stay for 3 seconds while checking for animal respawn. This time around, it spawns a bunch of raccoons. On the 3rd attempt, it spawns another raccoon with a porcupine. Head back to the house and upon the 4th try, I spawned black rats again. Do this over and over until a golden apple hedgehog appears. And now you get the idea. Once a golden apple hedgehog appears, wear your mask, steal the golden apple, and you don't really need to kill the poor hedgehog. Then repeat the process over and over and wait for the golden apple hedgehog to respawn and earn tons of golden apples. I promise you that I will show you a godly run for this apple, starting from our key house and doing the saddle method that I just showed you. First spawn is a raccoon, so heading back to the house. The second spawn are black rats that are hard to spot, and bam, our first golden hedgehog spawn. Stealing the golden apple away from its back and escaping the crime circle in here, so I can continue the method after this one. Heading back to the house to reset the method and continue it. Going for the saddle run, and I thought at first I missed the spawn, but when I look back, there you go, my second golden apple for this run. Do your thing by stealing the apple and escape the crime circle once again and entering the house to reset the run as usual. I tried to experiment with entering the other house in here and it worked as well, but I suggest sticking to the original house in this method. I spawned a raccoon from this run, but when I look back, there was my third hedgehog in a span of just 4 minutes. With a good RNG, I managed to score a whopping 14 golden apples. But don't expect that you will be getting 14 gold apples every 30 minutes, since there are still RNG involved in this method. I had so many runs as well that there were no spawns at all, so keep that in mind. But hey Samurai, it's been like 10 to 15 minutes and I am having 0 respawns. Yes indeed my dear viewer, this is 100% possible. When this happens, what I usually do is fast travel back to the nearest Abyss Nexus to hard reset the area, and most of the time, this spawns the animals back. And also, don't forget to examine the house in our method because there are cases where the hedgehog spawns inside it, which I find crazy. Let's say you have tons of golden apples at your disposal. Farming gold ores is your next objective, since it is the second major component of the synthesis to make gold bars. Gold mines are your best sources when farming gold ores, and the nearest in Hernan is the gold mining Anvil Cave, located just west of Demenes. Here are the surroundings of the cave to help you pinpoint the location much more easily. Glide your way down and use your palm technique to destroy the boulder blocking the cave's entrance. Once you are inside, a lot of gold ore deposits will start to show. Either use your mining pickaxe or your focus palm technique to destroy these nodes and gather your ores. Well, keep in mind as well that you will also be getting more golden ore if you use the mech drill, which also helps you to auto loot the spoils. And sadly, my playthrough here was bugged and did not receive the drill after beating the Excavatron. More gold ore mining locations for you to take advantage of, and the Mistvale Forest Cave is where you need to be, just south of the town of Demenes. The Sand Peak Gold Mine can be found northwest of the town of Demenes near the Dry Wind Valley, while the Crimson Mountains Gold Mine can be accessed near the gate of Urdava and also near the town of Tashkalp. The farthest so far is the Desert Lake Gold Mine just north of the Crimson Desert map name near the Trader's Expanse. And lastly, the Silver Wolf Cave. near the huge letter A of the word Peilun in your map. So gather as much as gold ore as you can, and you will need them for the rest of the game. Without the mech drill, you are expecting around 80 to 85 gold ores if you mine from all of the locations that I've shown you so far. Getting the gold bar recipe is our next best course of action, and you can easily do so by starting in the town of Peilun. And we need to locate the witch's hideout to progress. Finding the place is pretty tricky, so I will guide you along the way. From the town of Peilun, access the south entrance of the town and follow the designated pathway for travelers here. Stay on the pathway so you won't get lost. Once you arrive at a long curve pointing to the left, slow down and head to the woods on your right, adjacent to the tall grasses in here. Slowing down big time in here so you can see the hard to spot straight clearing, which you need to head through next. Navigate the clearing until you reach a series of stone staircase that will eventually lead you to the witch's hideout. Enter the said hideout, and the gold bar recipe is located near the fruit tea recipe. After getting the gold bar recipe, head to Eloin Waifu or the witch's house in Hernan. Talk to her and access the crafting menu and select the special items tab. Each gold bar requires 1 apple and 3 gold ores, and you can start crafting to your heart's content. The gold bar stealing method is still hands down the best money in gold bar farming in the game. Even after the recent patch, this method can still give you up to 3 gold bars per run if you have a good RNG. This method can give you up to a whopping 8 to 10 gold bars in a 30-minute run, and I will show you a godly 2 gold bar drops in a single run, even 3 gold bars per run. And as always, find this spot south of the town of Deminis. The Deminis Wildlife Park is the key location where you need to be, and a lot of you know this already. Make sure to activate the Abyss Nexus on the screen right now since we will need it in the actual method later on. As promised, I will show you a godly run on real time while snagging 2 gold bars in the process. And starting from the Abyss Nexus, scan the first batch of the nobles right outside the gate. After that, jump and boost your height by pulling off 3 consecutive force pump techniques so you can easily bypass the wooden walls. Glide your way down and quickly call your horse as soon as you land inside the park. I improved this method by scanning the nobles while on horseback to save a significant amount of time. This will allow me to cover a wide range while having a good overview of the area. Scan the first set of nobles near the gate and head through the area where the wooden bridge is located. Then bam! Our first gold bar for this run. Head down from your horse and make sure that your mask is on and bump the noble with the gold bar and steal it. Then I escaped the crime circle and headed back to my original position, maintaining my signature farming route. Hop back on your horse and head to the merchant stalls near our location so we can scan the nobles in this area. While circling back to the main circle or the circular path in this area, navigate the main circular pathway in here while scanning the nobles located in the tents area, all the way through the main wooden viewing platform where a lot of nobles are enjoying the scenery. Following the main circular path in here while scanning the second set of tents with bodies to scan in it. Still following the circular path in here just past the stable. Then eventually, I will circle back to the main entrance of the park. I will then access the center of the area where the lion statue is located. And there you go, our second gold bar for this run. Hopping down on my horse and preparing to tackle this lady to score the gold bar in the process. Well, I mistakenly blasted the nearby noble in here. But the last part of the method is fast traveling back to the Abyss Nexus to repeat the run. You get the idea. As mentioned, with a good RNG, my greatest run so far after the recent patch was still around 10 gold bars in a 30-minute run. And that is a lot, averaging between 10 to 17 gold bars per hour. You can clearly see my data in here that a lot of my runs had 0 results. I had so many instances where I got 0 gold bars in like 10 minutes or so, and maybe more. So if you are going to try this for yourself, do yourself a favor and stick to it, since RNG can heavily punish you. But do us a favor, don't ever throw the word patch since it has been easily thrown here and there recently. And later did I know, the players who love to say the word patch are those who tried the methods with a very small sample size. It is also possible that you will be getting a different item even if the noble is showing a gold bar before stealing it. In the way I see it, it is a known bug that happens to all of us. If you encounter this, there's really no getting around it by just trying to steal from the noble over and over until you finally get the sweet gold bar of yours. But what if you want the fastest horses in the game or cool armor sets that you can use right at the very start of the game? This video will guide you on everything you need to know, so click on it and I will catch you on the next one.